enough of yourself there? You want me? You want
No, I'm used to just being an I. Hi there, it's Jan.
And Marlena.
And this is the Marlena and Jan in the Hearse show.
Good evening.
How are you doing tonight, guys? Tonight, we thought we'd talk a little bit about the Mayan calendar. Marlena and I had mentioned it in a previous show. We didn't get a chance to really fully explore that. And I'll do as fast an explanation as I possibly can. And then Marlena and I will discuss some theories that surround it. Some of Marlena's, some of mine, and some theories that you might be familiar with and some you might not even heard of. Okay?
Good.
All right.
Right on.
So, for you people who don't know much about the Mayan calendar, I'll try to explain this to you. The calendar, sorry Marlene, I'm kind of cutting you out here.
That's fine.
The calendar is in a shape of a triangle, okay? And it's broken down into segments. Each segment is supposed to represent a period of time, an earth clock, if you will, but not a day or a week or a month. We're talking about thousands of years. And each period of time is supposed to be a day period and then a corresponding night period. So, for example, if this were the beginning of time, where the Earth was formed and the solar system was formed, this here might be when the dinosaurs were wiped out. So the day was positive, the night was a negative thing that might have happened. And, you know, it goes up and up and up and up, day, night, day, night, day, night, a good period, a bad period, a good period, a bad period. Now, if you can see, as we get closer to the top, we find that we're in less and less time periods, or amount of time is in the time period. This might have been 10,000 years in length, this day period and corresponding night period, and this might only be 50 years, okay? So the time of day and the time of night are a lot smaller. And a lot of people feel that we're right about here. They believe that 2001 was the beginning of our last night period, which is where we are right up in here, this top pinnacle bit right here. When this little bit right here, when that ends, apparently we're supposed to end. So, and this is apparently December 21, 2012. I don't know if you can see that there, but it looks like it's backwards to me, and it's probably backwards to you, but that's the last night period that we're apparently in right now. And people feel that this is the end of time. I don't know if it is or not. There are a lot of theories around this, and you know, we can all agree, and Marlena would agree as well, that the world is in a very bad shape right now, with all kinds of political things happening and all kinds of people, you know, starving to death.
Huge problems.
Wars, huge problems. You know, it's
coming to a head.
It's coming to a head, exactly. Just like on the old triangle, it's coming to a peak, the pinnacle time.
Yeah.
And you know, if we're in the end days, what's going to happen? And tonight, Marlena and I are hoping to kind of look at some of the stuff that people think might be going on. Mayan calendar with Marlena and Jan in the Hearse.
Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about.
So
let's go for it. Well, like you said, Jan, things are coming to a head. I believe that they are, and we can look at every aspect of politics and life in general, and everything seems to be coming to a kind of a crash point, and people are overwhelmed.
Do you think it's going to end like we're going to die, or do you think that something else might happen?
Well, that's what everybody's discussing, the different avenues of what they think is going to happen, right? I'm hopeful that life doesn't end, it just goes to a major shift of some kind, right? But I think that there's going to be a huge financial crisis will be part of it. A huge financial crisis and a huge, I don't know, just a huge shift in awareness because of it. And I mean, it's sort of mind-boggling. I don't really know. I'm not good at predicting stuff, but I just know that there's going to be huge changes in people's lives. The things that we, for example, in this country here, which is probably the best country in the world, is Canada, right? Where the grocery store shelves are overflowing with food, and people are just like totally fussy. If they don't want a bruised apple, they'll go to the next bin and be 10,000 different ones to pick from. I think those kind of days are numbered, with that just an absolute overabundance of food and everything else. It has to be shared with people. There's billions of people starving in the world.
Okay, so what do you think what do you think is going to happen with the calendar, though?
Well, I think the calendar is probably going to fulfill its prediction. I think there's going to come a time when something in the economic system probably is where it's going to be, or political system, pops. Either someone's going to pull a nuclear bomb out of somewhere, out of Afghanistan, or the U.S. stock market's going to crash. I don't know exactly what's going to set it off, but whatever it is, it'll be a chain reaction worldwide. It'll be a chain reaction worldwide, and the whole economic balance and food balance and everything in the world is going to be upset.
You know that the ancient Sumerians, they had a calendar, and on this calendar they had, bringing back the helpful notebook again, they had some old gods or kings or Nebuchadnezzar or whoever, right? And on the wall of this tablet, Marlena, they had a sun. A sun. I don't know if you can see what I'm drawing this, Marlena. And then they had
You can sort of see it.
all these planets around this sun. You know, there's like 8 or 9 of them, like they're supposed to be. You know, I don't know how he's there, but let's say there's 9 planets there. There's not. There's like maybe 4 or 6 or something. Then they had this other planet way down here, Marlena. Now I've kind of wondered, because that's actually what's on our solar system, 10 planets. They found this other one. So I always wondered who told the Sumerians, who were around about 10,000 years or so ago, who told them about this planet?
You're asking me?
Yeah,
Well,
because how would the Mayans know about the calendar, about the time ending?
right. There is absolute theories of in the ancient world of alien visitors. No question about it.
Do you believe in them?
I do, because even the Mayan, it's a well-known fact that the Mayan carvings show spaceship-like people in their carvings, right? They have helmets and rocket ship type things.
And they're sitting in a sort of a semi-reclined position as if they're going to go
Right.
into space like this.
Right.
We don't have any of those pictures with us, but I could draw one.
Ancient people certainly had a knowledge of the stars, the constellations. They were privy to information that a lot of people today don't understand.
And
Right?
who gave them that information, you figure? You figure it was aliens?
Well, Rod's.
No,
Yeah.
what do you think happened
Yeah.
now?
I was going to say I agree with Rod Serling.
okay.
Rod Serling said that that aliens had visited the Mayans